Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I am not starting this video up on a happy note. I'm pretty sure my buck Samourai is bloated. He's here. You can see he's really round. I've already called the vet, but in the meantime, I'm gonna be giving him some of this. It's a medication. So I'm gonna be putting this in his mouth. It should help decrease the bloat. I'm really freaked out right now because he was a really big investment. I really like him. But I figured I would take you guys along for the ride in case it can help somebody else. But I am like, I've never dealt with a goat bloating before, so this is a first time for me. You stay. You stay. Okay, come here, bub. I know. Don't run away on me. Come here, it's okay. I know, come. It's okay. So he's really round and I can press it in and it bounces right back, which is not good. And I haven't seen him poop either in a little bit. And he was laying down as well, so that means he's not comfortable. And he refused to eat his pellets this morning. I give them pellets once or twice a day. He is urinating, but I haven't seen him poop, so he's obviously not comfortable because he refused to eat. He's always the first one to be there to eat food. But yeah, that really looks horrendous. I've never seen him like that, and he's never refused food. So that's why you watch your animals for any signs of differences. I am gonna be actually meeting the vet at the clinic. It's like a 15-20 minute drive from here. So I'm gonna have to get him loaded up in a kennel somehow and then into a vehicle. But yeah, I will keep you guys posted. Just wanted to pop back on here and say that bloat for any animal is a pretty big deal because it can kill them within a couple of hours, which is why I'm giving him the anti-gas. I've given him about 60 cc's of it, which is hopefully okay for a goat his size. But yeah, he's peeing a lot actually. I don't know why he's doing that. And it's only a little bit. I'm guessing it's probably pressing on his bladder. Look at how bad that looks. So I feel like it's been too long for him to have had grain for him to be able to bloat like this because of grain, but because they got it yesterday probably at around, I want to say 4 p.m. And so it's been like 16, 17 hours since he's gotten grain. So I don't know if it would be grain bloat or if it's some other kind of bloat. So yeah, and he just pooped a little bit. That is not a normal goat poop. They should be little pellets. So the anti-gas actually seems to be working already, because I can press this and it's not nearly as hard as it was. But I'm gonna be taking him into the vet anyways, just in case there's something else wrong with him that caused the bloat, because I want to make sure that he's 100% okay before I leave him unattended again. So that's what he looks like now. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but he doesn't look as severe, and he's obviously starting to be obnoxious, so I think he is feeling a little bit better. But yeah, so that's where he's at right now. And I'm also just trying to keep him moving, so we're walking, kind of. There you go, buddy. So Samourai is in here. He actually looks substantially less bloated, which is good, but I'm just gonna take him anyway because I want to make sure he's okay. Right? So just got in the car to go to the vet. My boyfriend brought me some chicken burger and onion rings, so I'll eat that on the way there. Shout out to Asquith Hotel. And actually Samourai started chewing his cud, so that means he is feeling better, but again, I just want to make sure that he's okay because he's really important to me as my first buck that I ever got, and I want to, you know, he's an integral part of my breeding program, so that's really important. And as a side note, we are getting, again, some much needed rain. That's my mom texting me. I'm keeping her updated on Samourai. But yeah, getting a soak. In literature, you call this pathetic fallacy, where the weather imitates the mood of the story, so I guess that's fitting. Rain, there was some thunder happening. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot, but it's better than nothing, like we've been saying for the last couple of days. So we're just at the vet office now, waiting for the vet to come out, or one of the assistants, and yeah, she's panting a little bit. So the vet had a look at Samourai, but I'm gonna drive home because I want to get this guy unloaded and comfortable as possible, and then I'll give you guys the lowdown of what the vet said and what the checkup had and what he thinks happened. So I'll see you guys back at the farm. So I got Sammy unloaded here. Come on, buddy. And I'm walking him back to the barn. So the vet actually, come on. The vet actually took his temp, and he had a 39.1 or a 39.2 fever. So vet thinks that he contracted a virus somehow, and that was maybe the reason for the bloat, that he just got a little bit gassy and wasn't able to let it escape. So we gave him a shot of antibiotics and a painkiller just to be sure, so he can fight off that virus or whatever he has. And then it's just hay for him for the next couple of days. No grain or pellets for a little bit, just a bland diet for a little bit to help him settle down. And then just watching him. So he might still get a bout of diarrhea, so I'll watch for that. But I am really happy that I went anyways, just to make sure that he was okay, because I didn't even think to temp him. So that will be something that I check for from now on when I have a goat that's under the weather. I will be taking their temp. So yeah, it's running around now, and he looks a lot happier already. he's happy to be home. Aww. There you go. Back with his ladies. So he's eating hay, which is a good sign. So yeah, so the things that I noticed, he wasn't eating, and that was the biggest thing, the biggest indicator to me that he was not okay, because he's typically the first one to go and eat pellets, and he's a bully about it too, and he wasn't even interested in like pushing any of the doughs away to get his share of the pellets. So that was the first thing that I noticed that was like, okay, he's not feeling good. And then you give them, you know, the check over, and then I noticed that he was really round in the belly, and that I couldn't really press his abdomen in because it was hard, springy, kind of like a drum. And yeah, so that's a little indicator. It's small, but if you know your animals well, those indicators are going to be the things that tell you that they're not okay. So that's why it's so important to know your animals really well, to make sure that the slightest difference can help you catch something on time so that you can deal with it before it becomes a real problem, before you get some really massive symptoms. So I was really worried, but I'm happy he's okay. So Sammy lives to see another day. And another thingy that I noticed when I was checking him was very little poop, if at all. But his poop first looked like this, and then later on he pooped again and it looked like this. But goat poop should look like pebbles. It should not be like stuck together. They should be all singular poops. It kind of looks like rabbit poops or deer poop. So that was also another thing. And he was peeing all, like, not a lot, but often. So that was another indicator, because sometimes if they get bloat, it'll press on the bladder and it'll make them have to pee a little bit more than normal, but it'll be less than normal. So he's chowing down and eating, and he's back with his ladies. So just gonna be monitoring him really closely for the next 2 or 3 days or so, make sure he's okay. But yeah, I hope this was able to possibly help somebody else that might end up having a sick goat in the future. One important thing to note is that goats do get hay bellies. So there's one doe that I have, Maple, this lady here. She's also pretty round in the belly. But goats are ruminants, so they're also very gassy creatures, just like cows are. So they'll, you know, good rumination means that there's a lot of movement in the belly, and they can look super round. So sometimes a goat will look bloated because they're so fat and round, but that just means they're fat and happy. The biggest thing to me was that Samourai wasn't eating, so I knew to check right away. So his hay belly was not a hay belly, it was bloated in fact, and the vet thinks that there was maybe an underlying virus, because he did have a bit of a fever, and then we gave him some antibiotics and a painkiller. So he looks like he's on the mend. The vet said it wasn't too serious because he responded right away to the anti-gas treatment that I did, so he wasn't too worried, and was fairly confident that he will be making a full recovery. So, not how I planned my day to go. Some chores ended up being put on the back burner, so I'll have to go do those. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video for what it was, and I hope it's able to help somebody in the future, hopefully to help them sort of determine if their goat needs a vet visit or not. And if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend. It's always interesting to see the goat side of my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.